Hey, what up and welcome to another episode of Creased. Now this one is my absolute worst nightmare, but let's get into it. I just thought I'd randomly see how my dub on the Orange Lobsters was going, right? I got the win on the 4th and today is 10th? They're on their way to Sydney. They're on their way to Sydney as of the 9th, but who knows? Who knows how long this will take? Like 2 weeks is like, it's nothing to be a week and a half here in Newcastle. But then like it's Christmas time and all this, but like it took 5 days to get to the post office, so I don't know. Now, I want to say, I won the raffle for the Orange Lobsters on the 4th of December. I think it was the 5th of December, the Australia Post got the details, and then it was on its way to Sydney on the 9th of December. Then I heard nothing. So I'm basically convinced that these joints is lost. Like, I've got my own little support group going on. Like, I made a post in Sneakerheads Australia, one of the groups I'm in, and like there's a few of us there, and like, you know, we've been like, oh, you know, it should get there and all this, and then one of them we get an update on their thing, and then like mine still hasn't updated, then another guy got his. They're lost, they're gone. Like, my biggest ever dub, and they're not coming. Like, they're done. Like, like, it's getting to a point where like the couple of people that know that I've got this, they're like messaging me, oh, have they come yet? Have they come yet? It's almost like rubbing it in. Like, I appreciate it, but like, oh man, like, I'm pretty sure they're lost, they're stolen, there's something. Like, we've got the dub on the 4th, in transit by the 9th. It's like the 20th now. You know, the week of Christmas, so they're definitely not going to come now. I've lodged a claim, trying to find them. Let's see how we go. I know, like, December, Christmas, you know, all this type of stuff, but this is like early December. I'd had a pair of shoes that I sold on StockX, pair of mids laying around or whatever that I never worn, that I didn't realise was a 10.5, not a 10. Sold them as a 10, thinking they were a 10. They've gone from through FedEx, Newcastle to Melbourne, then back to me in the span of 3 days, right? And these got lost. Like, it got to the point where like I started hitting people up in sneaker groups I'm in. We had this little support group going on. We're like, is anyone else in this same situation? Like, what's the deal? And there was like 3 or 4 of us. I'm like, okay, maybe they weren't stolen, maybe they weren't all this, because 3 or 4 pairs, like, it's a bit hard to do, but like 1 pair going missing maybe, but 3 or 4 pairs, I don't know, it could happen. I'm feeling like these are lost, these are stolen. I'm almost losing hope. It gets to the 20th and I lodge a complaint and I'm like, where the fuck are my shoes? Like, where are these joints? And look, to be honest, I've lost all hope at this point. Just send me my money back or something. It's getting to that point. Like, I contacted Fast Times, you know. Once they post them out, there's nothing really they can do about it, and they just said, look, keep us updated. If they haven't got there for a while, they've contacted Australia Post as well. Like, to be honest, Fast Times were really good in their replies and everything, but Australia Post doing Australia Post, and it wasn't until the 22nd, I feel like, okay, now we've arrived in Sydney. It's like, what? Trying to do math at the moment, but how many days? Like, Has it been sitting there this whole time? It's like, yo, if no one actually like says these are lost or whatever, I might get some new shoes. Oh no, wait, something's come through, better put them on. Like, were they sitting there the whole time? Like, I don't know, because if I didn't do that, if I didn't launch the investigation, does that not happen? Like, I don't know. So it took 3 days FedEx to like Newcastle to Melbourne, Melbourne back to Newcastle to send them back. Australia Post took fucking they're on the way to Sydney on the 9th. 22nd they actually arrive in Sydney. Or they've been scanned up in Sydney at least. That's just insane, like. And then when we're getting to the point where it's like the week of Christmas, I'm almost like, alright, it's the 22nd, maybe it's not gonna happen. So many crazy pairs. I've still got crazy pairs on the way, man. Like, with just this time of year, the postman being all over the place, I've had to track stuff down, and yeah, look, it's just been a bit crazy, but you know, plenty of stuff on the way. As I'm editing this right now, I'm reminded that the orange lobsters were actually meant to be on the Christmas episode. So that was going to be the banger for the Christmas episode, right? But obviously didn't happen. Maybe it happens. It's like 22nd, Saturday. Nah, 22nd was like a Wednesday, so probably not. Maybe first week, I don't know, but even though I've got an update, then I'm still thinking they're lost or stolen. I'm thinking like they pulled the joints out, repackaged it, I get an empty box or something. I don't know what to think, because I've never experienced this. Even with being in Newcastle, which is essentially like regional New South Wales, it's 2 hours north of Sydney, right? Really nice, really pretty. But we experience terrible service from Australia Post like every day. If you post something express from Sydney, it might get here 3 days later. If you post normally, it could be a week, even more. Like, it's nuts. But I digress. I honestly didn't think these would ever come. I thought they were lost, thought they were stolen. I mean, you see this shit happen all the time. It's never happened to me, thankfully. Well, yes it has, but never a pair come from a shop or whatever. But man, I hit up Fast Times, I hit up Australia Post. There was like no like change in the thing from like the 9th till the 22nd, and then like in that time it was meant to be travelling from Melbourne to Sydney, and then just, yeah man, like 20 days later, it's literally the 29th right now, so 20 days from Melbourne to Newcastle, that's nuts. But finally got them, let's unbox these things. We get to the point, it says it's here, but it wasn't. Australia Post, my local, has got like something where they're like, yep, it's here, it's been delivered, and then it'll be delivered the following day. I don't know what it is. They're pre-doing their paperwork, make it easy, so it's, I don't know. But it's super confusing, and I just feel like something's been stolen every fucking time. But I didn't do a full setup for the unboxing and everything because I was just so stressed by this whole situation that I just wanted to get them open, get them done. I'm filming this right here like ages later. I was going to let them sit until we're ready to do content again for 2023, but I just, like, the ordeal, I just wanted to get it over with. So let's do that. I've been so anxious to see these that I ain't fucking around, I ain't setting nothing up, I just want to see them, so let's do this. A Fast Time sticker. It's slipping out the box, barely hung on. Sketchy. Contest make maybe. Alright, let's do this. I didn't think these were coming, man, honestly. Like, felt just too good to be true. The craziest raffle win I've ever had. Like, these super hyped type things, I never hit on. Like, I never win. I've never hit on no Amanya, no Travis, no nothing, but the orange lobsters, we did. Man. The elastic band. Probably the most interesting gimmick. And it's crazy because, like, they sit there, it's almost like they've left a mark on the shoe. I don't know how that works. Like, they're meant to be on there, right? Or like, that's how they come. And it's almost like on the material, like they've left a mark on the shoe from it being on, so. But man, what a crazy pair. Man, the inside of it is so nuts. It's like, it's similar to any other concept lobster pack, but this is the closest I've had any of them in my hand, so. That pattern on the inside is insane. The swoosh is like this weird, like, textured leather. I mean, I'm gonna have to take photos of these because there's gonna have to be so much detail done on these because these are just insane. Man, 10.5 is obviously with SB Dunks, you're best going up half a size. Where's the other one? The other one's got the mark even worse from the rubber band, so I'll show that in B-roll, but yeah, that swoosh, the pattern or the grade of leather or whatever it is on the swoosh, it looks so good. Do I still think these are overrated? Kinda. But having them in hand is nuts. Like, I still think they're a good shoe. I just feel like they've beaten a dead horse with the concepts pack, right? Don't get me wrong, obviously if this didn't exist I wouldn't have been able to have any of them. But, oh yeah, we got the blue laces as well. Got some orange laces. That's cool. I think the blue laces would be dope, just for something different, but man. Am I changing my mind like right here on camera or what? It's been an ordeal. It's been an absolute ordeal, and to have them in my hand finally, I'm blown away. I'm literally blown away. Let's get some B-roll and wrap this up. I can't believe it, bro. And I got them under retail apparently, because it says suggested retail AUD 180 bucks on the fast times, 179.95. Bargain. Although I feel like they charged me like 20 or 30 bucks postage, so maybe not. Now you've seen a bit of B-roll on these. They're a very, very interesting shoe. Quality of materials is A1. I really like this pattern around here. I don't know, I really do. Initially, when I got these, or when I hit, I was like, yo, I might use these for trade bait for lost and founds. I thought about it'd be interesting if I like, because these command a lot of hype. I want to say they're bouncing around like 700-800. It'd be interesting to see if I could trade them for like 2 or 3 pairs, like see what people come up with in terms of a trade. But when I got them in hand, I'm looking at them and I'm like, I don't know if I want to let these go at all. I feel like I want to hang on to these, even though they're orange, even though whatever. They're just they're an interesting shoe. Like, there's no way around it. And what's crazy with these, like I said, the Lobsters have always seemed to be almost like this mythical thing, like so unattainable, all this type of stuff. But I know so many people that hit on these for retail. Now, I'm not going to say everyone, but more people than, say, I expected. So, man. And if you haven't seen the Chosen one on IG, like, he just dropped a bunch of, like a photo shoot with these, and his content is always A1. Like, I don't know where he gets the time, to be honest. But, man, these are crazy. What's interesting, I said when I unboxed them, is they got the black bands, of course, not blue ones like was initially mentioned. And the boys at Private Selection copped a bit of flack over, because they were saying they had fakes when in fact they had the early pairs with the black bands. Mine kind of left marks on mine. I don't know if yours did. If you got them in the comments, let me know in the comments. But mine had marks left on them. I want to say the QC on these is a lot better than, especially the Huff Dunks. A lot better than any GR type dunk. Better than the neck face. I don't know. It's hard to tell. There's like patches all over them joints. But man, this is easily like, anytime there's like Travis, Off-White, any sort of hyped release in a raffle, I don't win. Like, I just don't win. This is easily like my most hyped, biggest raffle dub in that type of aspect. I don't go in all of them either, to be fair. I didn't go in the last Travis Scott joints, but like, I just don't win those ones. I don't hit on sneakers for them. I can never hit. This is a crazy retail cop. So, man, when you look at like the price of the other colorways and everything like that, it's so crazy that, you know, I was able to hit on these. So I don't know, man. I may keep them. I may, you know, look to trade for something else. I don't know. I honestly don't know. When I seen them in hand, they just blew me away. But this has been another episode of Creased. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we'll be back twice a week. Peace.